Yeah, let's just play with you. What? So which thing are we going to take second? It's this. Ones we have left are Ode to Joy, Yesterday, and Firework Music. Okay.
Wait, do I leave my stuff here?
Yeah.
Will you please rise for the procession of the graduates?
Okay, you can all be seated. Okay, welcome everyone to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2026 of University High School of Indiana. Before I get started, I just want to congratulate our baseball team, 7 members of which are on the stage. Including my mentee, Beckett Suh, who had the game-winning RBI. They just beat Park Tudor. And they will play Monday in the sectional championship. So come out and wish them luck. All right. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the faculty and staff of University High School, it is my honor to welcome you to join our recognition of this graduating class. It is always so wonderful to see the large number of alumni who return for this important day. So I would ask at this time for any alumni who are joining us today to please rise to be recognized. Okay. If you look down at your program, you'll see the flow of today's ceremony. This has been the order of operations to this ceremony for many years. The architect of this brilliant design is Nancy Webster, our founding director of admissions and all-around superhero, who is also here today. Let's hear it for Nancy. One genius, subtle touch I hope you all will notice and appreciate is that she sandwiched the worst part of today, Tom's speech, with amazing people speaking, reciting poetry, or singing to you before and after him. So let's thank her for that. The first of those you might have noticed is my boss. So you might think that what I'm going to say in just a second is because I know that she's the only person standing between me and unemployment. But I truly feel like I've been lucky to have my time at university overseen by 2 leaders who quickly became 2 of the most important people I've ever met. Alicia has only been the head of school for less than half of my time at university, but she's been a great friend since the day I started. She's the queen of the storytelling morning meeting and the first day of school rap. She's the consummate team player. She'll even kick off a faculty bingo night with karaoke with minimal prodding. If you ever get the chance, you should walk past her 3rd period creative writing class. It's only her and a handful of students in her small office. You'd be forgiven if you walked past and thought they were just hanging out. They're almost always all smiling and seem to be having the time of their lives. But what's apparent, if you linger for just a second, is that they're laughing and sharing joy through their work, and real work is what is happening there. There is nothing more quintessentially university than what's happening in that office. You'll see similar things in several classrooms, whatever period you decide to walk by. You'll see it among faculty and students sitting together in the lobby during their off periods. You'll see it in room 102 as kids are playing Quiddler with Chris Bradley and definitely getting beat. The idea that we can have this much fun together while doing really important work is part of what makes working and learning at this place so special. This all starts and ends with the person you're lucky enough to hear from right now. Please welcome our head of school, Alicia LaMagdalene.
There were no jabs about me playing video games too often, so that was awesome. Thank you. Thank you all for celebrating with us here today. In all things, university is guided by a mission to expand the hearts and minds of students and to nurture excellence through academic, creative, and physical achievement. Each of those words was chosen with purpose. They were chosen because of what the founders envisioned and because of what we still believe. Because we believe that students are more than just their transcript, creativity and wellness are placed level with academics, not subordinate to them. Because we believe excellence is not something innately given by birth or circumstance, but rather an ideal that can be fueled and developed in each and every individual, we charge ourselves to nurture it. and because we believe that the true problems of the world, the questions that need answers, the stories we need to tell, will require more than just intellect. We lead with the heart as well as the mind. I continue to believe nothing serves us more than that last principle. That heart that beats in all of us, from the members of the Board of Trustees, to the faculty and staff, to the 103 hearts beating on stage right now. Part of what makes university a truly special place is that everyone in it contributes to making the school work. And there are some people that I want to bestow some extra gratitude on today. To our founders and our Board of Trustees, who envisioned a school where students are valued for who they are, listened to about what they need, and celebrated for what they may become, you breathed all of this into being. Thank you. To Rochelle Stevenson and Chandria Seaton, 2 university trustees ending their service this year, thank you for your work, your guidance, and your friendship. To Jamie McDougall, Mike Hagan, and Callie Hartz, whose work at the school is coming to an end, thank you for all you have done on behalf of our students, our mission, and our shared commitment that time spent learning with friends is some of the best time in the world. To Ashley Crockett-Lohr and Jennifer Thompson for coordinating today's ceremony, and to Daniel Knox and Kirkland Austin for preparing our musicians, thank you. Thank you to the mentors you will see on stage today and to the entire faculty and staff. I've worked alongside some of you now for half my life. You take the idea of this place and make it happen every day. And even though I say it every year, there remains no other group of thoughtful, caring individuals that I would do any of this work with. Thank you. And finally, to the class of 2026. Thank you for so many, many things, which is, of course, apt to say because there are so many, many of you. You are the biggest class we've ever had, and given that the design of our school is to be about 340 students, it is possible you will be the biggest class we will ever have. You brought so much to our school: your energy, your joy, your loudness, your leadership, your passions, your random bursts of song in the hallways, your notes strummed from a mandolin, your fastball, your jump shot, your backhand, your "I don't know the answer to this question, but no one else has buzzed in" academic team humor, your cancer research, your dance moves, your next rap album, your art, your voice, your stride, your friendships, your sense of purpose. For those of you who don't know, and for those of you who might have already forgotten, our theme for this year was Living the Questions. It was based around a series of letters by Austrian poet Rainer Maria Rilke, and who he wrote to a young poet just starting in his career. Rilke writes, "Be patient towards all that is unsolved in your heart, and try to love the questions themselves like locked rooms and like books that are written in a foreign tongue. Do not seek the answers which cannot be given because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer." We've spent a good part of our year together living our way through a number of questions. What happens when the water main breaks on the first day of school? How many emails are required to find one's missing pair of AirPods? Whose jokes today will be funnier, Jake's or Tom's? But the question of your year, the question hanging in the air of this very room right now is, what's next? Look around you. You were accepted into 231 different schools. You will attend 53 different colleges and universities. 20 of you will be collegiate athletes. 3 of you are national merit finalists. 2 of you got a perfect score on the ACT. You are Lilly Scholars and AP Scholars and BSMD Admits and Indiana Academic All-Stars, and altogether over 4 years, you were awarded over $31 million in merit aid. Your work has been remarkable, and it's been remarkable because you've done it together. You've been our largest class, 103 unique and beautiful individuals, but you've been one class, and this is your last moment together. So remember it. Not this speech, not these lights, not Tom or Jake's bad jokes, but remember that you once stood as part of a collective group that commits itself to diversity, to excellence, to personal responsibility, to creativity, to stewardship, to mutual respect, support, and trust. In a world full of messages meant to divide us, remember that. I don't know what the answer is to what's next, but I know you are ready to live it into existence. Thank you for all you have done and for all that you will go on to do. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Good luck. I love all of you.
This is why you hire a poet to be your head of school, so you get speeches like that. All right. Thank you, Alicia. Up next, to celebrate and commemorate the founding of University High School, founding head of school Chuck Webster commissioned a poem for the opening of the school. Sarah Talpas, poet and instructor at the University of Michigan, visited the school, interviewed founding trustees, and talked to entering freshmen. Although this poem was written 25 years ago and describes a physical landscape of the school that in many ways no longer exists, it still embodies the soul and spirit of University High School. Her poem, A Map of the Unfinished, is here to will be read to you here by a great soul and spirit from the senior class, Anya Madison Hicks.
A Map of the Unfinished for the opening of University High School of Indiana by Sarah Talpas. It won't tell us what is, but rather what might be, where there is mud and tread marks, a gym. You will get to know your own body and learn how it moves among others. Pick and roll, cut to the basket, timing. Your life is a sound, tambourine shaking tears from their skin, joy as it flies from a trumpet. Your notes make their own kind of sense, electrify the blood as you walk out into evergreen bushes and hostas, buds bursting in the spring. Here is your map, blue jays, wrens. In the winter, they will leave you to ice. Gray mornings, your breath visible as the snow falling on your shoulders. The linen robe you tie at your waist before stepping on stage. The ancient world suddenly before you. For a moment, you understand what it's like to live inside another's skin. Look out the window of this building made of metal, brick, and wood. Study chemistry. Copper pennies as they turn to gold, electrons whirling in their orbitals, tiny particles that someone had to think to look for.
Incredible. Great job, Anya. Okay. If you know me, and you know Tom, our keynote speaker, I'm sure you're expecting me to say something mean about him right now. Well, I hate to be a hack, but it's exactly what I'm going to do. By a show of hands, how many of you have ever read 1984 by George Orwell? I know some of you are lying because you don't read the books Dr. Spiegel hands out. Orwell is often mentioned for the ways in which this book becomes more and more relevant as time progresses. The fantastical fears he invokes in the fictional Oceania have in many ways become our own. In this book, the worst place to find oneself is in the hands of the ministry of truth. In particular, there was one room all citizens dread. This room is said to contain whatever it is that the captive is most afraid of. For the protagonist of the novel, Winston Smith, this fear is rats. He goes to the room and finds himself tortured by this fear. You may not remember, depending how long ago you read the book, but this room is known simply as Room 101. Now, 1984 is one of my favorite books. So imagine my delight when I got to University High School, and imagine the delight I get in telling you, when the only person to be in that classroom labeled Room 101, the literal worst place on earth in this great work of literature for the entire time that I've been at UHS is Tom Fitzgibbon. So yes, sitting in his class is an Orwellian experience. And so without further ado, to torture you like he has your children for the last 4 years in Room 101, please welcome to the stage, Tom Fitzgibbon.
Thank you for that. Hi, everyone. It is a great honor to speak to all of you today as we celebrate the class of 2026, recognize all of you in the audience who have meant so much to everyone on stage, and pay tribute to the one occasion a year when university high school teachers dress professionally. Earlier this spring, I was having a conversation with a parent of one of my daughter's elementary school friends, and she asked me what makes university high school special. Now, I have a bad habit when conversing with someone that I'll admit to all of you. When someone asks me a question, I often think of 2 to 3 possible sarcastic responses before deciding on a serious one. Naturally, this means that the tempo of my conversations can be a bit off, which may be one of the reasons why dating never went extremely well for me. In this particular situation, responses that initially came to my head include saying that families are drawn to university because of, number 1, our football and wrestling teams. 2, our January term classes that provide unique opportunities for students to contract serious viruses. And 3, our 55-minute school assemblies that are approximately 55 minutes too long. Fortunately, I restrained myself and gave a serious answer, which I will share with all of you towards the end of this speech. Between now and then, I will divulge the thought process that got me to that answer. My dad died nearly 13 years ago, but I vividly remember a story he told me when I was in high school about his own high school days. There was a classmate of his who was repeatedly trying to pick a fight with him for no apparent reason. After many near altercations, my dad finally lost his cool and exchanged punches with his classmate. The principal, as a result, called my dad into his office. He knew my dad was not responsible for initiating the conflict, but he was disappointed in him for not handling it better. He told my dad that this classmate who was tormenting him was an orphan who had never met his parents and bounced around from foster home to foster home. Now that my dad understood the kid's life and perspective for the first time, my dad changed course, and he and his classmate would eventually become good friends. My dad told me this story so that I would understand the daily unspoken challenges that many of my own classmates were going through when I was in high school, and why I should withhold judgment and give people the benefit of the doubt. Now that I teach high school, I see evidence of my students' challenges firsthand and know much more about them than I ever did when I was a student. I know students who have contended with deaths in their families, family upheaval, serious illnesses, mental health struggles, insomnia, physical difficulties, and countless other challenges that affect their ability to be the best versions of themselves every day. Those challenges are exhausting to any student, and I've even come to the shocking realization that some of my AP Euro lessons on the Glorious Revolution may not be so gloriously interesting to a student on 2 hours of sleep and dealing with struggles at home. Unfortunately, we are in the midst of a trend in which we seem less likely to give each other grace and more likely to destroy people for having different ideas and beliefs while forgetting that their life experiences, which were naturally different than our own, shape those beliefs just as our experiences shaped our own. My mom grew up in a liberal family on the south side of Chicago before attending an all-women's college and becoming a teacher, while my dad grew up in a conservative family in Columbus, Indiana, before attending West Point and fighting in Vietnam. They were both intellectually curious and knowledgeable people, but you can probably guess who was the Democrat and who was the Republican. They certainly didn't always agree about issues such as the appropriate time for military intervention, the best way to stimulate the economy, or the amount of deference that Americans should show to their government. They did not let those disagreements get in their way of their relationship, however, and they still treated each other with fundamental decency and respect. As a society, we need to rediscover how to engage in civil debate, listen to each other, and sometimes agree to disagree without those disagreements forcing us to turn our backs on the people we otherwise care about. I believe that the class of 2026 and high school graduates like them all over the country are capable of leading that transformation. After all, the people on stage today are a testament to the amount of academic, social, and emotional growth that can take place during a student's high school years. Some of them were shy, timid, and reserved just 4 years ago, but have since developed strong leadership skills. Some of them came in as behavioral problems 4 years ago due to an inability to sit still, stay quiet, and refrain from blurting out immature comments, while now, all right, maybe not the best example. But one of the things I love about teaching high school is that it is a revelatory time in anyone's life due to the enormous changes we go through. We learn about our interests and passions, our strengths and areas for improvement, and the types of people we feel the happiest and most authentic around. We learn more about the world around us and discover our most important values. Great teachers can help push us to understand our world better, and we have departing teachers who are certainly proof of that. Over the last several years, I've noticed a palpable growth in the interest of students for the study of business and business-related topics, and that is because of the work of Mike Hagan. He went well beyond his original job as business manager to grow our business course curriculum from scratch while somehow making a class like accounting seem enjoyable for students. Mike also made DECA one of our most popular clubs at the school, and his skill and enthusiasm tapped into a level of student interest in a business club that was higher than anyone would have guessed. Similarly, Jamie McDougall has brought positive energy into everything she does, whether it is teaching essay writing in AP Lang, encouraging students to train harder during cross-country season, or making freshmen understand how to embrace the culture of University High School. It is impossible not to walk away from a conversation with Jamie McDougall feeling better about yourself and in a better mood. And Jamie, if you ever change your mind and you want to come back to University High School to teach English, we would happily fire Mike Spiegel to make that happen. Those two teachers were two of the reasons why, when I was having that conversation with the other parent earlier this school year, I was able to tell her without hesitation that the education at university is first rate and unquestionably one of the very best in the Midwest. I remember mentioning specifically how forward-thinking our administration is, how skilled our faculty is, and how our talented students are competitive with themselves but encouraging towards each other. Still, there are many academic institutions that provide a solid overall education, but university students consistently distinguish themselves because of their character. I explained to the other parent that students here care deeply about their school, Central Indiana, and global communities. They take the time to think about life from the perspective of other people, consider what they can do to help those people, and then actually go do it. As a recent alum told me earlier this month, University High School graduates leave with a heightened character, sense of empathy, and desire to effect positive change in the world. The people on stage today may not have always agreed with each other, but they couldn't avoid listening to each other and gaining a realization of how their diverse classmates' personal characteristics, family backgrounds, and life experiences shape their ideas. When Chuck and Nancy Webster, Chris and Carolyn Bradley, and others involved in the founding of our school envisioned a University of High School graduate, they imagined someone who had not only improved academic skills and gained knowledge, but had also become a more compassionate, understanding, and well-rounded person. Today, we have plenty of evidence of the success of that mission in the faces of the graduates on this stage. Those of you who are graduating today, I am so proud of you, not only for your academic accomplishments, but for the wonderful people you are. I want to thank you personally for everything you have meant to me during the last 4 years. As my friend Brett Kriebel once said, you guys have no idea how much you do for us on the faculty to make our lives better. Thanks for everything you have done, knowingly or unknowingly, to pick us and each other up on those days when we might be coping invisibly with one of life's great challenges. Continue to work to provide love, understanding, and compassion to a world that always needs more of it during your college years and your future careers. Work to improve the lives of people around you and protect the rights and feelings of people who especially need your protection. And if someone asks you what makes a university high school worth attending, feel free to think of a couple of sarcastic responses. But don't forget that the most compelling evidence in support of attending university will always be you. Thank you.
With no sarcasm in my voice, that was great. Let's hear it for Tom again. Musical talent is yet another way our students excel. Today's performance is Fly Away Home, arranged by Pink Zebra and performed by the University High School Choir. They are accompanied by the University High School String Quartet with Daniel Knox on piano and Senior Benjamin Alcantara on violin. Please welcome these musicians to the stage.
Take time to notice all that I see. And after I've come so far, you know where I'll be. I'll fly away, fly away, fly away home. I'll fly away. That's how it should be. The world is a canvas, and the choices are free. At the end of the journey, when all is complete, they'll all wonder where I've gone, but you know where I'll be. Fly away.
dreams last forever. For all that we know, the worlds come together, and that's where we'll go. We'll fly away, fly away home. We'll fly away home. Ooh, we'll fly away, fly away, fly away home. We'll fly away, fly away, fly away.
All right. Thank you to Choir Director Kirkland Austin and our UHS choir and their accompanying musicians. We are now coming to the moment we've been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. In just a second, Alicia will return to the podium and she will ask individual mentors to come forward from the audience. The mentor will then call up each mentee separately to present the diploma and have a picture taken together. The graduates will also receive congratulations from a member of the Board of Trustees and Alicia. So students, that's 3 people you have to greet up here. Do not leave anyone hanging. And now, for the presentation of diplomas, please welcome to the podium once again, Head of School Alicia LaMagdalene.
Will UHS trustee Badatri Sinha and Kathleen Armato please join me on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Shruti at Lurie. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Rishi Paranjape.
Will Matt Unschaffenberg please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Dugu Arsavan. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Ryan Michael Castetter. Graduating from University High School, Quincy Ann Russell. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Leah Stennis. Graduating from University High School, Annabelle Marie Swearingen.
Will Kirkland Austin please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Sydney Louise Culp.
Will Tasha Barger please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Rebecca Yun Schwinn Mason Cup. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Gabriela Avila. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Lindsay Elaine Porter.
Will Justin Blanding please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Sidney Darnell Anthony Brittenham II. Graduating from University High School, Noah J. Cortez. Graduating from University High School, Sterling Marquise Davis, Jr. Graduating from University High School with honors, Hannah Elise Grubbs. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Joshua Allen McGee. Graduating from University High School, Nicholas Michael Quinto. Graduating from University High School, Jacob Scott Shear.
Will Carolyn Bradley please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with high honors, David Lauren Simpson.
Will Chris Bradley please join me on stage?
Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Benjamin Allen Alcantara. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Daniel Nicholas Boitsov.
Will Elaine Brenner please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with honors, Cameron Elise Molina.
Will UHS trustee Colleen O'Brien and Melissa Caraher please join me on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Lady Carrington Ashlyn Craig. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Elizabeth Diana Marasotis. Graduating from University High School with honors, Kennedy Olivia Payne.
Will Luke Crawley please join me on stage?
Graduating from University High School with honors, John Henry Koshnick. Graduating from University High School with honors, Samuel Thomas Tarvin.
Will Ashley Crockett-Lohr please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with high honors, Adriana Simone Barlow. Graduating from University High School, Anya Madison Hicks.
Will Allie Domke please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Laurel Rebear Buttrick. Graduating from University High School with honors, Tyler Joe Davis. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Cora Gray Hill. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Quinlan Tatia Marie Litkey. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Simon Christopher No.
Will Andra Edgell please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Madison Renee Encina.
Please welcome back to the stage Tom Fitzgibbon.
Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Finley Mills Reed.
Will Adrian Glidewell Smith please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with honors, Sophia Elise Kahn. Graduating from University High School, Paige Caitlin Gross.
Will UHS trustee Jennifer Shin and Prasida Govindadas please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with high honors, Doyle Nicholas Aiken.
Will Meredith Hogan please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with honors, Laurel Catherine Goff McCowan. Graduating from University High School with honors, Audrey Scout Griffiths. Graduating from University High School, Maxwell Dean Holbrook. Graduating from University High School, Marin K.N. Stevenson.
Will Henry Johnston please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with high honors, Sarah Catherine Coleman. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Kedrick Michael Laborski. Graduating from University High School, Gabriel Andrew Pryor. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Jaden Lee Shin. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Jordan Alexander Story. Graduating from University High School, Emmett Major White.
Will Janie Kim please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with high honors, Caroline Marie Appel. Graduating from University High School, Juana Alo. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Caleb Joseph Stalker. Graduating from University High School with honors, Nia Catherine Williams.
Will Daniel Knox please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Nirupama Krishnamurthy. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Caleb Moses Reed.
Will UHS trustee Allie Burge and Brett Kriebel please join me on stage?
Graduating from University High School with honors, Kothi Allen Burge. Graduating from University High School with honors, Megan Hi Roloff.
Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Samantha Jane Purdy. Will Jamie McDougall please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with high honors, Carmen Avery Bond. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Megan Ann Gleason. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Annie Louise Ingersoll.
Will Whitney Motter please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with high honors, Lexi Murray Cantor. Graduating from University High School, Sofia Slepnichka.
Will Mercedes Munoz Peredo please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with honors, Odelia Margarita Bargeron. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Alexis Suriani Bow. Graduating from University High School with honors, George Daniel Hennessy. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Christopher Riley Lawyer. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Bruno Lukin. Graduating from University High School with honors, Amelie Marie Mock.
Will Taylor Newell please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Damon Lynn Willis, Jr.
Will Erica Postuma please join me on stage?
Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Vidatri Lalita Iyer. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Jillian Yukia Sutera.
Will UHS trustee Robert Gray and Wes Priest please join me on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Cooper Michael Kamek. Graduating from University High School, Blake Alexander Gray.
Will Anna Seldner please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with honors, Caridad de Luna Andrade Pérez. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Kendall Nicole Enos. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Mackenzie Elise Feeney. Graduating from University High School, Isabella Grace Gray.
Will Mike Spiegel please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with high honors, Liam Dean Arnold. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Aaron Jacob Kahn. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Samuel James Commons. Graduating from University High School, Cale Adam Head. Graduating from University High School with honors, Styler Ryan Hope. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Nicholas Andrew Shockley. Graduating from University High School, Aiden Jeffrey Williams.
Will Stacy Summit Mann please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Patrick Antoine Dennis Jr.
Will Mike Syrick please join me on stage?
Graduating from University High School with honors, Joshua Thomas Kopp Brady. Graduating from University High School with honors, Lucas James Cantor. Graduating from University High School, Philip Sawyer Jacobs.
Jennifer Thompson, will you just come over this way? All right, thanks.
Graduating from University High School, Gabriela Alejandra Culp. Graduating from University High School with honors, Leah Yvonne Norvell.
Will Meredith, oh, nope, Jake Thurman, you can come this way. Thank you. All right, Jake Thurman.
Graduating from University High School, Faisal Mohammed. Graduating from University High School with highest honors,
Beckett Jungmin Suh.
Will Meredith Van Roy please join me on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Riley Brooke Hausman. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Isabella Louise Miller Krieger. Graduating from University High School with high honors, Audrey London Southern.
Will Dave Vesper please join us on stage?
Graduating with honors from University High School, Harris Adam Necklace. Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Miles Edgar Suarez Davis. And graduating from University High School with high honors, Benjamin Mason Wade.
Will Ellen Wallerstein please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Abby Catherine Smith.
Will Cullen Webster please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School, Aspen Taylor Arnold.
Will Alyssa Way please join us on stage?
Graduating from University High School with highest honors, Delaney Augustine Hutchinson. Graduating from University High School, Naima Mahmood.
Please join me in one last round of applause for our graduates.
I promise you that's not the last round of applause that you'll have. Despite what the boss said, sorry. Okay, an important part of a community is how it listens to itself. The 2026 graduating class of University High School has much to share with us today, to tell us about their experiences and what it has meant to be students here. The 3 graduates chosen today by their class represent a cross-section of the best of our community. The first, Vedatri Iyer, was voted by her classmates as the most likely to win a Nobel Prize. Your first thought might be that this is going to be a science prize. After all, she's won plenty of those already. She's developed techniques to detect nanoplastics in water, as well as techniques to help detect E. coli in water. But I would argue that Vedatri is just as likely to win the Peace Prize as a science win. She's led with her enormous heart and great personality such community cornerstones as our dance marathon program and DAPA Affinity. Speaking of community cornerstones, the second person invited to speak today is Kothi Burge. Seniors, I don't know if you realize it, but today was one of the very few times you've entered a school assembly and not had Kothi holding the door for you. His entire time here, he has opened doors both literally and figuratively. In addition to the actual doors, Kothi opens doors of community and communication in all the spaces he inhabits, whether that's inviting us to watch a film in cult cinema, welcoming new athletes to the tennis team, or just truly being a friend to whomever might find themselves in need of one. Kothi is the quintessential trailblazer that I know the Websters and Bradleys had in mind when they built this place. After these first 2, you might be wondering who could possibly follow these incredible graduates and not be intimidated. Well, I'll tell you who, Lindsay Porter, that's who. Lindsay takes on with equal fervor the challenge of a blank canvas, the challenge of the 100-meter track in front of her, and the challenge of leading our school's first affinity group to beautiful new heights with events like the Uni Expo. She is among the very best artists I've ever seen at our school. She's among the most accomplished athletes our school has ever seen in track and field. And she's undoubtedly one of the very best student leaders I've ever seen in any club, and it's one of the few things I would know because I'm in charge of the clubs. She has excelled in so many ways, and I'm excited for all of us to get to hear her speak, especially those of you who are unfortunate enough to only now be meeting her for the first time. Please join me in welcoming Vedatri, Kothi, and Lindsay to the podium.
Before I begin, I want to thank the class of 2026 on behalf of Kothi, Lindsay, and myself for selecting the 3 of us to represent you here today. 4 years ago, I sat in these exact seats at the Palladium, watching my older brother Vishnu graduate with the class of 2022. To be honest, I was quite bored as the ceremony dragged on. As you can see, these things can take quite long. But even through my boredom, I noticed something strange. His graduating class was quite small. smaller than I imagined a high school graduating class should be. At the time, I didn't know much about university. Of course I had shadowed, but I still wasn't sold on attending such a small school. I remember wondering what my class would be like and whether we would be as small as the one I watched on stage. But that ceremony gave me my first glimpse into the world of university. The way the teachers speaking during the ceremony knew so much about their graduating class, or how the choir filled with underclassmen sang to their seniors for the last time. Looking back now, it's funny that I was worried about our class being too small, because one of the defining traits of the class of 2026 is that we never stopped growing. We made up a good third of the school, being the biggest class the university has ever had, a class of 103 incredible people. And as many administrators would remind us, that came with big expectations. We were expected to be role models for the other grades, and to bring forth the blazer pride we had heard so much about. And in so many ways, we certainly are an exemplary class. Whether it's record-breaking runners, golfers, or tennis players, or completing over 850 college applications, the seniors from the class of 2026 made names for themselves and certainly left an impression on university. But aside from our accomplishments, being the biggest class meant that our personalities were always even bigger. There was always something happening with our class. Someone was trying to film a video for a club fundraiser, someone was talking to Thurman about stewardship, and someone was even playing hacky sack in the hallway like it was a varsity sport. And because our class was so big, I have met every type of person imaginable. People whose interests were completely different from mine. People who would have never crossed my paths elsewhere. Take the three of us standing here today together. Between Kothi, Lindsay, and I, we have participated in almost every club, activity, or sport university has to offer. From Kothi's legendary tennis playing, to Lindsay's breathtaking artwork, to my work in clubs like Dance Marathon and DAPA, we all have such different interests, and yet we fit perfectly into university's diverse community. Somehow, in a school that I thought would make my world feel smaller, my world became so big. That's the interesting thing about university. It's small enough that people notice when you're missing, but big enough that we can keep discovering new things about each other. This kind of community is so rare, and being the biggest class taught us something important. There's value in taking up space. No, not just physically, although the senior section was a testament to that, but emotionally as well. We filled the classrooms with our opinions, energy, friendships, and memories. We learned how to coexist and support one another even when we were still figuring it out. Mr. Thurman once said that we would never be in a place like university again, where we are loved and supported by this many people. But I hope we all find that place in the world again, because university taught us how valuable that is. So now, 4 years later, I'm back at the Palladium. But this time, I finally understand why these ceremonies matter. It's not about the speeches or getting our diplomas, but it's about celebrating the community and the friendships we've built. It's about pausing long enough to recognize how many people have helped shape you into the person you've become. So if there are any younger siblings in the audience wondering what their high school will look like, I will tell you this: it will go by so fast, and your job is to cherish it as much as you can. I want to say thank you to my parents, the very people who knew university was the perfect place for me. There are not enough words to explain how your love has guided my journey. You left your homes and your family to give me all the opportunities you never had. Your sacrifices, support, and love are the reason I'm standing here on this stage today. Everything I'm here with, my cords, my awards, and all my accomplishments have been for you, and I thank you for everything you've done for me. I love you. And to my brother, I'm so grateful that we've walked the same path, from Sycamore to university and now to college. No matter how hard I've tried to fight it, and believe me, I have, I somehow always follow in your footsteps. And I love that no matter what, I will always have you right by my side. Thank you to all the wonderful teachers at university for putting up with all my nonsense and giving my classmates and I the best place to grow and learn. To our mentors, thank you to the endless conversations that helped guide us. A special thanks to my mentor, Ms. Postuma, who became my go-to person at university. You helped me not only survive high school, but flourish and grow as a person. And I'm forever grateful that you're in my life. And finally, thank you to the class of 2026 for the best 4 years of my life and for making the school louder, funnier, and a place I can call home. Thank you.
myself real quick. So, this time I am dressed in more, for those of you who don't know, I am dressed in more formal attire than a vector costume like I was just 2 weeks ago. So I think we're off to a pretty good start. So next time I might have to listen to my mom about that, but the main reason I'm up here is not to tell you why she's right just this once, but it's because I wanted to talk about something I only somewhat touched on during my speech on community, and that is role models. Role models are the basis that I believe all people should try to build themselves upon. It is difficult for anyone to be the best version of themselves without any design or blueprint to go off of, or in this case, people to admire. Regardless of what my dad might tell you, nobody is born with all the right answers. You'll learn them as you grow. And for me, role models have shaped how I interact with people, solve problems, and carry myself in public. It gives me a routine, or like I said, a blueprint. When faced with any dilemma or roadblock, I think, what would the most respected people I know do? And how could I implement that while just being myself? It's not only a sign of respect to the people that you look up to, but you get to recreate that respect to your friends, family, and whoever else you meet. Okay, so this part is going to sound a little bit like Miss Leday's Monday morning community meetings, but I want you guys to picture whoever you idolize. What does this person do that you admire, whether it be how they introduce themselves, get along with others, solve problems, or anything else? What among these kinds of attributes do you want to show next year, whether it be in high school, the workforce, or college? When I think of this, a lot of people come to mind. Starting with my family, my grandpa Bruce is the smartest guy I know, always down to talk about history and current events, and even if I cannot replicate even 1/10 of his brain, I can still try to lead and learn the best that I can. My grandma Denise will teach French to anybody, and as you guys all have figured out, is the nicest woman on the planet. So for that, treat people the way they want to be treated. My grandma Judy always had a good head on her shoulders, and may seem tough, but is immensely loving, just don't get in her way. And my parents, they have shown me what success at home, at work looks like for anyone who has had the pleasure to meet them. So thank you for that. And at school, I can speak just as brightly about the teachers and students that have helped me. With the university tennis team and the Bring It On production, I've learned the importance of teamwork and working together as a unit to create something truly unforgettable. Mrs. Kriebel, no need to introduce her, but she is amazing, always has time to talk and help anybody at this school. Dr. Hogan / Coach Hogan, Mrs. Kim / Coach Kim, and Coach Quinto have led our tennis team through these 4 years, through our highs and lows, and never gave up on us. And I gotta be careful how I say this, but Callie Hartz has insulted me relentlessly for the last 4 years. I say this in jest, of course, but Callie has increased my love of performing in the years that she's been here, increased my love for improv, and she's the reason that I got to be part of such an amazing musical. And for us, going into college or the workforce, first impressions are super important. Be a pillar of your new stomping grounds. You want people to remember you for all the right reasons. Be impressive while also being a person people can count on, and on a greater level. When people are faced with new challenges or change the way that you guys all did, will they want to handle it like you? Are you going to be a part of their blueprint? And that is my parting question to all of you. Thank you.
If you knew me as a child, you would know that I was not a reader. I was always the first to grab a picture book instead of books like Harry Potter or The Hunger Games. But give me a Dr. Seuss book with pictures and rhymes in my grandma's first grade classroom, and I'm set. As I was thinking about this speech and what to say, my grandma's book seemed like the perfect choice because it still teaches me how to know where to go. And now, settle in, it's story time with Dr. Seuss, Oh, the Places You Will Go. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. Are we really on our own when we have amazing mentors? I'm talking about you, Tasha. Having mentors in our lives is something university taught us that we should never take for granted. Bridging the gap between education and friendship and guiding us through these 4 years of high school is something I hope everyone has gained. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. We're finally done with high school, the endless deadlines, the rush to turn in that paper on time. And whether we know it or not, we have grown up to become scholars, even though our parents still see us as cute little kids. Internships and job opportunities are just around the corner. There is no stopping us. We will do amazing things. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true. That bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. Bang-ups like getting declined from a college high on your list. Hang-ups like your J-term to Japan getting delayed in Alaska. Or having the shortest first day of school. Or sitting through one of Dr. Vesper's crisis drills and trying to remember to check Veracross for assignments. Things that we think will go according to plan never seem to happen. And sometimes when we get into these rough spots, we go to the waiting place. For people just waiting. Waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow. Or waiting around for a yes or a no. Or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. How many opportunities do we let go by just waiting? How many deadlines do we miss waiting on that late night motivation to hit? No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying, and you'll find bright places where boom bands are playing. I'm proud to say that I found my bright place here at UHS. I don't think I would be the person I am today without Black Affinity. Getting to run events like our annual cookout or create new events like Uni Expo has truly shown to me how to be a leader, along with track and field, my first love. Getting to run all 4 years and co-captaining my senior year, joining the volleyball team midway through the season, and playing with the best girls I've ever known. Going to basketball games and becoming a true blue trailblazer like Nancy Webster. Excelling in my art and solidifying that it is my passion thanks to this wonderful place. It was my escape. All of these things I get to do at school is a lot and I am grateful, but we need to remember that life's a great balancing act. So, you are off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations, Trailblazers. I can't wait to see the places you'll go.
One more time, louder for them. Thank you, Vidatri, Kothi, and Lindsay. Okay. When we conclude our ceremony here shortly, graduates will leave the theater and congregate for a quick class photo. To help this process go as quickly as possible, after the last graduate leaves the theater, if you could remain in your seats until Alicia dismisses you from the podium, and then from there you can go out the back doors to meet your graduates in the lobby. Before we do that, I'd like to finish by saying a few things to the class of 2026 myself. Mostly I'll be quoting my second favorite Minnesotan after Jamie McDougall, Bob Dylan. Apologies to Prince and the Coen brothers. In 1973, Dylan wrote the song Forever Young to his children. I want to share a few lines of that song with you. Now, internally you must know I'm struggling with something because I know that I could get Mr. Bradley to laugh right now if I read these lyrics in my Bob Dylan voice, but I'm not going to do it. But I usually always take the path that makes Mr. Bradley laugh, and it doesn't always end well for me. So, I hope you appreciate my restraint in this moment as I just read it in my normal voice. So here's how the middle of the song goes. May you grow up to be righteous, may you grow up to be true, may you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong, may you stay forever young. Now, staying young isn't something you have to worry about right now, but I promise you one day it'll happen. But staying righteous, true, and courageous is and always will be something we should all be worrying about. I hope that your time here has helped you see the light surrounding you. Stay in touch with the trailblazers you've become, and you'll have the power to shape all the spaces lucky enough to have you, just as you shaped our spaces here at university. I can promise you that the energy you brought to this place has helped me continue to pursue my own righteousness, truth, and courage, and despite how I look, try to stay young. So stay in touch with who you are right now and the people that helped you along the way to be that. And I've no doubt that you'll stay upright and be strong. Thank you for going to school with me these last few years. Don't be a stranger. Much love to you all. And as I've said to you before any test you've ever taken with me, good luck, and may the force be with you. Please join me one final time in the honor of celebrating the class of 2026.
It's recruiting you.